Hello everybody, and welcome to the winner announcement of the 2021 Design a Monster for Doctor Who competition as part of the Lockdown Who events organised by Emily Cook. Joining me today is my good friend Dominic G. Martin, who has collaborated with me on this project. Say hello, Dominic.
Hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing well.
So, basically, we'll be going through a short list of our favourite designs and announcing a winner from there. And the winner of the grand prize, I guess, will basically have their monster featured in an official episode of Lockdown Who. It's like a mini-sode sort of thing. It's about 5 minutes long. It's an animated event, but it's a lot of fun. And Dominic has worked with me on this. He wrote a fantastic script, which will be featuring my own monster, the Absorbaloff, from 2005's Designer Monster competition and the episode Love and Monsters, as well as the brand new villain designed by the fans. Dom, do you want to talk a little bit at all about your script? Not giving anything away, just kind of what you kind of aimed for.
Well, not giving anything away with this particular script. I know it was important to keep it light-hearted for the Lockdown Who and keep out. Sorry, I just dropped my phone.
No worries.
I keep it bad with what. Now I'm trying to be professional.
Don't worry, you got this. You got this.
Yeah, I know. Well, he says. So I wanted to keep it light-hearted, as I just said. But naturally, what I wanted to do with it was to be able to tell a very quick mini story that would be able to convey this new villain, which is pretty cool, as well as paying respect to the old villain, the Absorbaloff. And fortunately, it seems to have gone okay. I take nothing for granted. You guys will hopefully really enjoy it, but we'll see what happens. And I'm just astoundingly proud that I've gotten to work with this because there's some fantastic talent involved, and it's a privilege.
Yeah, you fine folks will be the judge of, whether or not it's good, but, I'm really proud of what we've achieved together, and it's a fantastic collaboration. So I'm going to say this right now, if your design does not appear in the shortlist or doesn't win, please don't feel disheartened. All of these designs were terrific. There was some really witty stuff in there, some really high concept ideas, all of which can be found at the official Doctor Who Lockdown website, which I have put in the pinned message in the live chat. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at some of our favourite entries, starting with the Minutemen by A.O. Harvey. I really, I love this design. I feel like it's in many ways akin to some of Stephen Moffat's more high-concept ideas, like the Weeping Angels and the Whispermen and stuff. It's like they can get you in, like, a time lock and stuff, and I really love this design as well. It reminds me a lot of the Clock King from DC Comics, so that's naturally a really great, thing for me as a comic book fan. What are your thoughts, Dom?
Yeah, it honestly gives me quite a big Andy Warhol vibe. I was very much like that whole the clock aesthetic with the bowler hat and everything. It's got that unsettling atmosphere to it that I really appreciate. I love that sort of small scale intimidation vibes that these sorts of very abstract monsters can have. So yeah, I definitely think this one was very cool, and it was very well detailed. Someone's obviously thought about this quite a lot. So well done, Al.
Undoubtedly, I would love to see this villain in a Stephen Moffat written episode, because I can imagine it being like in the early Matt Smith era, like season 5, something like that. Like that would be the perfect villain for that series, I think.
Absolutely, and I just want to say as well that with everyone's designs here that I've looked, that we've obviously going to be looking over, I just want to say that everyone has done astoundingly well with their designs, and I hope you don't let these just go to the wayside. Make your own stories with them. Do your own artworks, and don't let them die, because they have a lot of potential. Some fantastic ideas.
Oh, absolutely. Like, Doctor Who fan creators can be quite a big deal on YouTube, and I always encourage any kind of fan film or fan creation and stuff like that. So, take it from me, you've got stuff here that you can turn into some great stories if you just get the resources together. There's no reason why you can't make your own Doctor Who minisode featuring these characters, and I'd hate to see some of these concepts go to waste.
Exactly.
So next up, we have Count Bobby. I don't know how well you can see him at the resolution he's at here, but I'm just going to quickly get his bio up and read it out. But this is Count Bobby by Marion Ziemke. Apologies if I've pronounced that wrong, but let me just get that up. Hang on. Just so I can read his...
It's a little bit on the blurry side.
Oh, yes, it is. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but, he's a master of 7 galaxies, and he's quite an authoritative sort of figure. He says, there are not enough dogs in the world, and I can very much agree with that. You are preaching to the choir here. And I really love his design. He feels like something that could belong in the Orville, or something like that kind of universe.
It seems like something that would be especially found in Star Trek, especially Lower Decks, the animated series, which is kind of more of a funny one. So I definitely feel this design is definitely influenced by that sort of angle. It definitely feels pretty surrealist. It's a little surrealist, which I like. It's a little dogma.
It's got a lot of character and a lot of charm, so
yeah.
I really love this one. Okay, so next up, we've got the Patchwork Creature by Zachary Bruton. Sorry, and this I thought was a really cool concept. The idea of this this monster that's been basically stitched together out of other life forms. You can see a bit of Cyberman in there on his chest. Just a really cool, really high concept sort of horror idea. Yeah, I thought this was a really smart decision.
Very much so. I love how it's all these pieces are individually stitched together. And it looks very much horror movie. This would easily be seen in something like Tortured, I imagine.
Oh,
can you imagine just seeing that thing becoming apart as well? That would be so creepy.
Oh, imagine the body horror potential from that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You could end up with something really gory and macabre. So, yeah, I would love to see that, especially like in a live action setting as well. That would be fantastic. So next up, we have The Krakenord by Hugh Brown. Let me just open up that bio so I can read that out for everyone. Okay, so he is a vile and greedy beetle-like alien who has constructed a deadly steampunk-like mechanical suit to mine the precious oil beneath the planet. The suits feature 2 hind legs and 2 large top legs to support the weight of the machines. They are armed with buzzsaws capable of slicing through the most hard materials and an acid blaster. Both appliances help them to mine their oil and are used as weapons. Wielded to their machines and fitted with wires through their central nervous system, which allows them to control them. They also utilize 2 arms for their minor menial tasks. Really fun design here. I love the idea of having this sort of oversized insect piloting a mech. I love the idea of him having this nasty, vile personality. What are your thoughts, Dom?
Yeah, I adore the backstory that has been created with this. This has got a lot of detail to it, and the design itself is really funky. Like you, I adore the idea of this cockroach-type creature just building this entire mech suit and wreaking havoc all over the place. It's just so cool, man. And the acid blast and the buzzsaw, it's over the top in the best possible way.
Absolutely. It's pure big budget Doctor Who, like.
Yeah. It would be extremely difficult to pull this off, that's for sure. But can you imagine this in live action, stomping around? It'd be straight out of Men in Black.
Oh, it would. It's got that almost sort of tongue-in-cheek vibe to it, even down to the name, The Krakenord. It speaks to me. It speaks to me, this one. So, next up, we have the very simple but very effective Midnight Owls by William Oxley. A really clean, simple design, which I really appreciate. Like, it really stands out for that. It looks mysterious. It looks intimidating. We don't have any kind of bio for this one, but there's so much I think you could do with this concept.
Yeah, there's more that you can convey from it. You have to make your own backstory to it. But I would say that the Midnight Owls itself, it just sounds very mysterious, and I love that mysterious atmosphere that we have about it. I think that is something that can definitely be the premise for a scary story at Halloween, that's for sure.
Is there a possibility that maybe these are related to the episode Midnight from Series 4, maybe? They could be inhabiting that world. You never know. But, like, I just think it's a really effective design. You could see it in like a big sort of animated franchise as well. Like, it's adaptable in all the right ways. It's a great design.
Absolutely.
So next up, we have Mr. Black Hole by Salv Borges, and I don't think the size I've got this on screen does it justice, but this is a really, really nicely designed piece of artwork here. Incredibly detailed, incredibly stylized, very spooky, and it seems like Mr. Black Hole can take on a variety of different forms, including a more humanoid one, and a more almost kind of Gremlins-esque kind of form, which I really like.
Yeah, this one is insane. The conception. I mean, obviously, it's just ready to be speechless because just the art style is just. Whoever drew this has got a phenomenal amount of talent, and I hope they're going to do fantastic things.
Yeah, they've clearly spent a lot of time and put a lot of love into this. So, like, yeah, I would hate for this to go to waste. Also, for the record, just because I think it's been mentioned in the chat a few times, there was no mandate for a character bio or anything like that. So don't worry about it if you haven't written a character bio. It's no big deal. So, moving on to the next entry. Mr. Pinkiston by Nicky Maguire. Now, I really love this design. Almost kind of purely just for his little facial expression. Like, it speaks to me a lot. I get the feeling that Mr. Pinkiston wouldn't be entirely evil. I get the feeling that maybe he's got a very skewed sort of worldview, or maybe he's not, like, it's a designer monster competition, but maybe not all of these monsters are villainous, you know? Maybe he's the next companion, Mr. Pinkiston.
Mr. Pinkiston, I mean, look at him. He's so cute. He's just a pink furball.
Just his little moustache and that devious little smile as well. Just Mr. Pinkiston is a great character.
He's misunderstood. That's what I'm going to
Either that or he's just a cheeky guy that spreads love around with his love spores, or I don't. It could be love spores, or maybe they're viruses or something. I don't know, but like it's a great design. He gives me kind of a bohemian vibe with his little bare feet and bare hands and stuff. Yeah, I do love Mr. Pinkiston a great deal. So
I love him too.
Next up, we have the Mantiforms by Luigi Iannelli, and what a fantastic illustration we have here as well. Just like incredibly detailed. I love the sort of inspired route of doing like a praying mantis kind of creature in these robes and everything. I love the color scheme of purple, gold, and green. Very, very Mysterio, which I like. But yeah, no, it's a really cool design. What do you think, Dom?
That is crazy design. That is incredibly well done. Wow. Again, as you were saying, I love the robe design. I love the concepts. It's astounding talent has gone into this.
Absolutely. I'll hazard a bet that that's going to be someone that works in like comic books or something someday.
Definitely.
All right, moving along to the Ichee Croach by Zain. The name of this one alone speaks to me. And I just like his almost kind of dog-like appearance with his big wings and stuff. I really wonder what his allegiance would be. Like, I feel like part of him tells me that he's a reformed evil. That he used to work for the bad guys, but now he's on the good side, you know?
Yeah. I really think this guy is kind of cute in his own way.
Actually,
I mean, just look at his little face. He's like some sort of deformed pug. I can't help but see the Reaping Angel's sort of rings at the back.
I've just noticed, actually, yeah, he's got Weeping Angel wings. He's got Time Lord armor.
Gallifreyan body pieces on his front.
And then he's got a Cyberman arm with a Dalek suction cup on the end of it. He's like a... Yeah. But then look at his left arm. That's such a crazy sort of architecture, you know? But I also the name speaks to me as well. I'm not going to explain why, but it does. So... it's a terrific design. I really like the imagination here. I really like and yeah, Ice Warrior legs, as Aidan Phillips says. So yeah, no, a fantastic design, if you'll pardon the pun. Next up, we have Escargotti by Aidan Phillips, and yeah, a really terrific design here. Like and Dom, you said Escargotti is like a pun. Like a play on words?
Yes, escargot is, I believe, French for snails. So this is very, very well done in that respect, because this guy has obviously gone out of his way to make a snail, and he's done a little fun little pun.
Yeah, it's yeah, and he's a very dapper looking snail, but I also just love how out of the box it was for them to do a claymation as opposed to a drawing. Like, that is really outside the box thinking.
Very much so. I really it's cute. It's cute.
I've heard there was like this thing where it's like, imagine having like a little snail following you for the rest of your life, and that snail, if it touches you, you die. And you can't kill the snail either. Like, I feel like this could fit into that sort of idea. That maybe he's just like a snail that follows the Doctor through time, and if the snail touches her, she dies or regenerates, but she can't do anything about it.
She's got to keep running. Got to avoid the snail.
She's just got to keep at a good distance from Escargotti here. So, yeah, so that wraps up our shortlist. And again, if you didn't appear on the shortlist, do not be disheartened, because there were fantastic designs to pick from. We just picked 10 of our favorites, all from very different categories, different ages, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it fair on people that have different amounts of resources and ability and everything. But what we've got here is a great selection, and we will be unveiling the winner very shortly. So just a reminder, the winner of this contest will have their villain appear alongside the Doctor and the Absorbaloff in the upcoming sequel to Love and Monsters, our minisode, The Genuine Article. So, Dom, are you ready for us to announce the winner?
Yes. Again, just want to say that everyone has done a fantastic job on their designs and everything. And again, don't get disheartened if yours wasn't picked, because this was an incredibly, incredibly difficult decision, because we had to take into account all sorts of things like conceptual art. We had to take concepts, we had to take age ranges, everything into account, and just try to make this a fair choice. So, yeah, this was extraordinarily difficult. It took us a while.
Do we have any other ideas on how we can maintain suspense and pad this out any longer?
Some sort of artificial drum beat.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. That would be terrific. Okay, so thanks to Emily Cook for allowing us to host this event and having the great idea of the Designer Monster competition. Thanks to Dominic here for writing the shorts, and thanks to the winner of this for submitting their design. And the winner is The Krakenord by Hugh Brown. Dom, do you have any words for the Krakenord?
Yeah, we had to. This one, it took a lot of deliberation, but eventually we did come to this one because the concept, everything was just so fantastic, in my humble opinion. Especially the originality of it, I found as well.
There was so much that we could mine from this concept for this short. He was the perfect enemy for the short that we had made as well. It was an ambitious one to animate as well, but it's so excited to see him in the upcoming short. He's a great character, a great concept. A huge thank you to Hugh Brown, and a huge congratulations to Hugh Brown for this concept.
Absolutely, Hugh, you did fantastically with this. I can't imagine how you must have thought of it, to be honest, but this was extremely well done, and I really, really love this design. I love the effort put into the backstory. I love, even though we didn't have a backstory mandate, as we said, you didn't need to, but you did it anyway. I find that really, really cool.
And you went really hard with it as well. That's a lot of backstory to work with.
Some detail as well. All the little inventions and everything. It's given it entire whole personality. You can tell a story from this guy. You can tell a whole story from him, which we kind of did. I guess.
Oh, we did. There was plenty to mine from it, and we didn't skimp out. We had a lot of fun with this. And yeah, there was a lot to work with this character bio and everything. So yes, a toast to Hugh Brown and the Krakenord. So to everyone else, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for submitting your designs. There was amazing stuff in here. This was just the perfect villain for our short. Yeah, I hope we'll be hearing more from some of these great fan creators in the future. You know, again, don't let your concepts and your ideas go to waste. Get your resources together, make fan content, make stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't forget that there's all sorts of ways you can go about it, like we did our own fan animation of sorts for Lockdown Who. There's also, you can do fan films if you have the resources or the time, or you can just do fan audios, or even just make fan fiction. There's no limit to where your creativity needs to stop.
Our contribution to the Lockdown Who event, we didn't have a budget or anything. Like, this isn't something that cost us a lot of money. We just put our heads together and made the best project we could. We hope you guys will all be really entertained by it. We've got some phenomenal talent working with us, but you can find talent from the most unexpected places as well. So, again, be creative.
Absolutely.
All right. Go on, sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, just absolutely. Keep going. And just like Will here made the Absorbaloff, and I made the Time Flies for my own fan series. It's just like all about your executions and just doing them to the justice that you feel they deserve.
There's so many ways as well of getting close to the show as well. Like, obviously, I had the opportunity to design the Absorbaloff for the Blue Peter Designer Monster competition. Dom, you were in, what was it, the ident prior to the, was it last Christmas?
No, it was the return of Dr. Mysterio.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's even more recent than I thought it was. But yeah, no, like, yeah, you featured in that with your cosplays. You've done stuff with the Doctor Who fan show and everything. Like, you've gotten pretty close to the show itself. So, yeah, really, guys, just take all of your opportunities. And with that, I think we are wrapped up for today. So, be sure to head over to Twitter for the watch-along of Love and Monsters, which will be at 7 o'clock today. And then I will be live tweeting with Emily Cook as well. And then after that, at 7:45, will be the release of the genuine article, which will be on the Doctor Who Lockdown official YouTube channel.
And I can't wait for you guys to see what we've come up with for that one. It is, honestly, I think it's turned out so well, and I am so proud of how we've just collaborated and done it in a very short amount of time comparatively, to be honest.
Undoubtedly, I'm so excited for you guys to see it, and I'm so excited for Hugh Brown to see it as well with his amazing Krakenord design. Oh, Hugh Brown is here. He's in the chat. He says, "Oh my goodness, I'm so honored. Yes, the Krakenord is mine. Some really excellent entries here. Honestly, well done, everyone. If I had my way, each monster would get a story." Incredibly graceful of you, Hugh.
That's a worthy winner.
That's a worthy winner right there. Hugh, be sure to check out the Lockdown channel, the Doctor Who Lockdown channel on YouTube, to see your monster come to life. It was a fantastic design. It was a pleasure working with your concept, and I can't wait for you to see it.
Absolutely. You did so well. Thank you so much for submitting. And that goes to everyone. Thank you so much for submitting your designs. It is such a tight competition, but you all did spectacularly.
All right, so it's been a great afternoon, guys. We'll see you at the tweet along.
Ciao.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Channel Pup YouTube channel. Sorry, I had to do it.
Subscribe to Who Chaser while you're there.
And the Doctor Who Lockdown channel as well.